And we're live. Welcome back to Post Nut Clarity. I'm Joel Carter.
And I'm me,
All
like me and
right.
you. Let me
As
finish.
always, my bad. Lord. All right. Today's episode I love you, but you're not special.
Oh, well, that's mean.
Well, it's not to you. Today's episode is those three little words that can change everything
Yeah.
or mean nothing at all.
Okay.
Do you mean what you say when I say I love you?
I don't know. I really hope that they mean it when they say I love you, but that's me.
You never know. It's powerful words, but people use it flippantly, right?
I don't like that.
People throw it around, which they may mean it, but
I don't like that.
all right, we're going to dive into like
Yeah, let's dive
the
in.
intentionality of it,
Let's do it. I'm
theology a
ready.
little bit.
I'm ready.
All right. Fun fact for the day.
Okay. Tell me.
Oxytocin, aka the love hormone, sparks during sex. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
It
I mean, I know it makes you happier.
definitely peaks in women more than men. It's responsible for a temporary bond and closeness. And so maybe when you say I love you, it wasn't fake like during intimacy. Like when people say it, even
Okay.
though they may have never said it before, it may be that their brain is saying it because of the oxytocin.
Okay.
And then when they're done, they come back to reality and they have that post nut clarity that they're like, holy crap, what did I just say? So it's not always like up to them. They just, they feel it
And they just say it
because of
because
the
they
hormone.
feel it. Okay. Well, to each their own.
I'm just reading a fun
Right.
fact.
Well, let's go into moment of clarity. So I'm just going to tell you guys a story. I actually heard the story, and basically, what the story was is that when she has sex, she actually whispers to a guy, "Tell me that you love me," and the guy will say, "I love you," and then she'll say, "I love you." And what she said was that she says it or she wants to hear it because she said it makes the sex better and it makes the orgasm better and the feeling of that closeness and saying that I love you to each other makes her feel like more closer and wanted and the sex better. And honestly, I don't agree with that.
All right, we're going to give it to you straight. Everybody knows
What?
the rules.
Well, what's the straight?
If
Tell
you
me.
don't preemptively tell someone, hey, we're going to do this and it's not going to mean anything, I just want the feeling, then that person probably is going to either do one of two things. They're going to freak the fuck out after it's done and they're going to ghost them, or they're going to think it's real and they're going to fall deeper into lust into them. And maybe they meant it, or they think they meant it, or they think, oh shit, this girl
But
loves me.
I mean, for me, I just don't understand what that person meant when she said sex is better and everything is better after you tell them. You just whisper in their ear and say, "Tell me that you love me. Tell me
Maybe
that you love me." And then he'll say it back. And then it's just so amazing. The sex is just amazing. And I'm like, I just don't see it. If I did that, if personally, if I told a guy, "Tell me that you love me" during sex, I'd probably bust out laughing telling him that. I'm like, "Tell me that you love me." I'm
so. What
actually
you're saying is you can't role play.
I mean, I can role play all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can be a freaking maid, a nurse, or whatever that person wants me to be, but I am not role playing something that means so much to me.
That makes sense. I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying? Like the words "I love you" mean a lot to me than just being able to say it. It means something to me. So,
that's understandable completely.
I mean, I can role play all day long. I can be a freaking flight attendant, whatever you want me to be, and I'll pretend, but I cannot pretend the love. I cannot pretend it. It's just not possible for me to pretend love.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I think if you set the ground rules in the beginning, like, hey, I might think it's kind of weird, but that's a fetish, right? That some people
Mhm.
have, and to get to a point in sex where they can orgasm
I
or
wonder
have a
how
good
many
time
people
or
do
feel
that.
something.
How many people I wanna know how many people actually say "I love you" during sex when you don't mean it, but you only do it for the feeling in the
I
moment.
bet it's higher than you think.
I wanna know.
I bet it's higher than you think because there's a lot of people out there that like pictures of feet, and that's odd to me. But there's a whole website dedicated to and
That's
people making millions of dollars
that though.
taking
God,
pictures of their
maybe
pinky
I
toes,
need to do
playing
that.
this little piggy with the market.
Okay, well, let me try that and
I
I'll be a
mean,
millionaire.
and you know what you made me think of? Can we give a shout out to the movie The
Maybe with it.
Hitman?
But yeah,
Woo! Can I just say she played that stewardess
okay.
very well.
Yeah, she can role play. She
Shit,
can well,
that
you
was
know what? He can role play too, because
that.
he
Yeah,
got yeah, both of them got
that's a
role
great
play.
movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's
Yeah.
on Netflix. Not being sponsored, but if you would like to,
Nah.
Netflix. It's a great movie.
So let's get back to the "I love you" and during sex. If you I mean, I just wanna know if more people than not, because I'm not one of them, if they do it.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
mean, is
question.
it that feeling and I wanna know the honest truth, like, is it in the feeling of the moment that's why people say it? Or, like, when you're really getting into it and you're about to orgasm and that's when you say it? I don't even know when you say it. Like, you just say it? I don't know.
Well, I think if you put it in a bucket, just like some people like to talk dirty,
Huh?
this is just a form of talking, right? So,
Talking dirty is completely different than "I love you."
well,
Like,
okay,
I can talk
all right.
dirty all day
So,
long
well,
and
can someone call you a slut,
no I mean, I guess if they wanted to.
but it wouldn't turn you on?
Hell no, it
Okay,
won't turn me
so
on.
in the same category, just put it in the same bucket.
Well, then somebody told me I love you while we're
It wouldn't
having
turn you on,
sex, then it would be like, I would bust out
and it
laughing.
wouldn't turn you on. So it's the same.
I guess if I really love the person, if I was really in love, I probably would say it. Like, I'm like, "I love
There
you."
you go. You've
You know?
come full circle, maybe.
Yeah, "I love you." Okay,
All right,
so
next.
oh, really? Next.
All right,
Okay, fine.
segment one: words that feel real but aren't. So if you say "I love you" during sex, let's
Mhm.
just kind of stay on that, but don't mean it. Are you lying or just horny? It's a good question because oxytocins create an emotional high,
Mhm.
and so are you lying? I don't think you're lying unless you
I guess people
know
say it in the
internally.
moment. It's like friendship. You know, I've had so many of my friends that I've just met, say, "Oh my gosh, I love you. I love you." And they just meet me and they're like, "I love you." And I'm like, "Thank you," because I can't say it because again, I love you mean so much more than when people just use it to me.
Yeah,
I can't say it. I just say thank you. I don't know what else to say when they tell me they love me. I can't say it back. So, because of how I grew up, love means a little bit more different than when people just say it without any type of feeling. I mean, I don't understand how people say it. Like, I just don't understand how people just say it. Like, they just meet me or they just meet you and just say, "I love you." I can't say it.
I can give you a little bit of context to this.
I've heard
So
you say it to people.
growing up in a family where "I love you" was readily available and said constantly from between siblings and parents, I think you associate that with your happiness. And so utilizing the word "I love you" more freely with friends, especially, is a childhood memory. It's attached to your childhood. And so I know I would say it to, my ex-wife. I'm married.
That's
Her
so
parents, I told her parents I loved them.
okay. But I've
So
heard you say it to
friends.
multiple people,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "How can he say that when some of them are just acquaintances?" Or, like,
Uh,
how can you
I wouldn't say it's an
can't
acquaintance.
okay. Well, how can you say it to people that I don't know. I see love as a deep meaning of something, like, and it's not something that needs to be said so easily that just comes out of people's mouth. I can't say it regardless. I can say it to my children, I can say it to my parents, but I cannot say it to just people that I've met and that I'm not if you don't know them 100%, you don't have that connection, and there's friendship connection. How can you say it so easily and so, like, openly? And I'm just not that kind of person.
All right, it's like people that always go to nice restaurants. They take it for granted and they won't go somewhere else because they're used to and it's easily accessible to them because they have the money to do it. So it's they get used to it and it's not as important. You know what I mean? They may use it as a way of connecting to people, but you take someone who never goes to a nice fancy restaurant and you put them in that scenario and they feel out of place. So I think that's where this is tying in because if you're a child and you raised in a family where I love you is always said, it's easier to say it. Whereas if what you said
So I
didn't grow up
yeah, I
in a
get that,
childhood
but
full of love,
there's a lot of people, and I'm not gonna mention names on this, but, I obviously was cheated on, and when I found out from the woman, she was like, "Yeah, we told each other we loved each other during sex." And I'm like, "How could that happen? Y'all just met, and how can that happen?" And of course, he said, "I didn't mean it. I just said it. It just came out." So when people don't mean it, why do they say it? Why do you say it if you don't mean it?
they're caught in a position. I would assume that they are just caught in a position where they feel like they're obligated to say it back.
Hmm.
And this is where you get people that walk away from relationships or the beginning of one when and what we call it is someone's going too quick. They're love bombing. They're oh man, they're overwhelming because they're saying a lot of things and you may feel obligated to say it back because you don't feel it. And then you walk away and you're like, holy crap.
So
Why
my
did I say that? Because I didn't want to hurt their feelings.
oh, I don't
It's
care if I
about
hurt their
hurting someone's
feelings.
feelings. I'm just giving
Yeah,
you an
yeah, I
example.
get it. I get it. But, for me, it literally will not come out of my mouth. I have tried. My biological father came to see me a while back. My daughter was a baby. And I remember him coming and he's like, "I'm so proud of you." And he's telling me in Korean that he loves me. And I did not want to hurt his feelings. He was so sad and he was just so excited to see me. And he's praying over me. And he's like, "I love you," in Korean. And I literally, it would not come out of my mouth. I wanted to say it to him because I didn't want to hurt his feelings,
Yeah.
but it just would not come out of my mouth. It just wouldn't. And for the longest time, like when my ex would tell me that he loved me, like it was so hard for me to it just would not come out of my mouth. I just couldn't do it. Like I just had to hang up the phone real quick. 'Cause you know how most people are like, "Oh, I love you." And it's like so quick on the phone, you just say it. And I could not say it back. There was a lot of times where I just hung up because I couldn't say it back.
Yeah. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's all tied in our childhood. It really is.
Well,
And the way that you perceive it and who you are a person who wants to be honest and forthcoming and you don't let your emotions control your output, right? A
right.
lot of people allow their emotions and their one of the emotions is fear of hurting someone's feelings. It's fear, but attached to hurting someone's feelings
I don't want to
is the
hurt
fear.
anybody's feelings, so I want to say it, but it just won't come out of my mouth.
Well, then you just keep being you.
Yeah.
Don't say it until you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go to basically matching the vibe or meaning it. Do you just are you trying to match I think we talked about this. Are you trying to match their mood about saying that I love you or do you wait till they actually mean it? You want to,
Well, people can be on different levels in relationships, and I think if you say it, your expectation should not be that the person say it back. You should be open and honest with how you feel, if that's truly how you feel, and you should let the other person control what they feel. And
right.
if they're not ready to say it, you can't let your ego intertwine in that and be hurt because it wasn't said back to you. Because now it's fake. Now you're going to force someone to say it. And people can fake it. There are people that can, and they will say it without meaning it. And so, no, it's not a valuable thing to match someone's energy when it comes to saying, I love you.
So you're saying, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, I don't want to say it because he's not going to say it back or vice versa. Um, I think it's really important that if you feel it, you say it. And it doesn't matter if the other
Right.
person feels it, because if you say it and they don't say it back,
Then that's not your person.
it's so, well,
It's not, you're
it's
not on the same wavelength. You're not on the
right. It's
same.
okay. It's okay if they don't say it
Yeah.
back. Maybe you want, if they say, oh, you know what? I'm not ready to say it yet, but I really care about you. I want to be with you. I'm just not ready yet. And it's okay not to be ready, because like you said, we don't want to force that. You don't want to be fake. So if you say I love you and they don't say it back, it's okay. You're still going to be together. It's not like they don't want to be with you. They're just not ready to say it yet. And maybe they're not in the same level as you, which is okay, because people move at different paces
Yeah.
on love, right?
But the person who says it can't hold it against the person who didn't say it or gives an explanation of where
Right.
they are. And that's a healthy relationship where
Yeah.
you can be open and honest. You shouldn't, it's not healthy when you say, I don't think they're going to say it, so I'm not going to say it. Right? Because then you already are putting them in a camp. Their camp is they're not going to say it. They may be a type of person that you shouldn't be with. If
Mhm.
you're open and
And
that's
honest.
honest and
Right.
transparent and they're an avoidant personality, recognize that. Like, and do you want that? Because if you're already putting them in the box as an avoidant, is that what you want for the rest of your life? Answer
No.
that question.
Right. No, you don't want that.
So process it and say, you know what? I don't think they're going to say it. Well, is
Why
that,
why
I,
put
is,
that why put that energy in the back of your head? Remember, I always say think positive thoughts and positive things will happen. I really do believe that in a relationship, when you're there and when you feel it and you process it and you really feel it, then that's when you want to tell your person. And it's okay not to receive the answer back immediately. It's okay. But when you're ready, let them know,
yeah.
because it's important.
All right. Segment number 3,
Okay.
philosophy versus scripture. Bring some like religious concept in here.
Okay.
So is love a practice or is it a feeling? That's a good question, right? And if it's a feeling, why are we so quick to say it or want to say it as a human versus the concept of love is practice?
Mm.
Because you have to wake up and choose. This is two different camps here. Love's a feeling, and love is putting in the work. Right? What
Right.
camp are you in, or can you be in both?
So I'm going to ask you this. I think we've talked about this before, but what is love?
I mean,
What is love?
I think we've hit on it, but it is if you break it down to the definition that some psychologists would say, or relationship coaches, they would say that it's a reflection and it's how they make you feel. So the
I've heard that in
emotional the
some of the
emotional
books.
feeling that you have when you're with that person and when they give you attention and when they do things for you and you feel a certain way, that is dropping endorphins. It is releasing chemicals in your brain which tell you, wow, I love the way I feel. And
Right.
if you associate that with a person, then you can put the word love toward that human or
Hmm.
dog or house.
But I think there's different forms of love. You feel, I mean, love is a feeling that you feel, but like you love your children differently than you love your partner or whatever it is. And I don't, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but this is how I
Oh, love
associate love. Love is love. There's different forms of love. And what I have learned about love, because obviously I didn't know a lot about love growing up, what I realized about love now that I'm 40 and just hearing therapists and books and all of that is that you exhibit all of the five love languages. Because a lot of people are like, oh, what love language are you? And they're like, oh, you like gift giving or you like service or whatever it is. But I think when you're truly in love or feel like you're in love, you exhibit all five love languages. And what I associate love with is like peace. And I don't know if a lot of people understand what peace is. Like I understand peace because I have no like I have the feeling of peace a lot. Not because I'm in love or anything like that, but I have practiced peace and living in the moment and living in the now. So I know what peace feels like. So I think if you have peace within you and the feeling of comfort, the feeling of safeness and the exhibiting the five love languages, I think that's what I consider love. And I don't maybe I'm wrong, maybe people have different views of what love is, but
Huh.
this is what my view on love is.
Yeah, it's like assuming, okay, so let's take the word love and let's mirror it with the word home. There's many types of forms of home.
Right.
Your idea of a home is different than someone else's idea
Right.
of a home, right? Some people like tiny houses. People like big mansions.
Yeah.
Some people live on houseboats. So it's trying to put a word into a box,
Mhm.
which is not going to fit. The word love is a title, right? And you have a lot of subcategories underneath it, just like home or building is a title of a structure. There's so many different sizes and shapes, and there's different
Right.
definitions, and it's how you feel the peace, your outcome, your actions that you show. So I think there's a lot of representation. It's a bunch of data points that you
Yeah.
can look at. How do you feel around them? How do you react around them? What are you giving in their direction?
Right.
Do you feel peace? And what are you receiving? And that's one type of love for a person that you don't necessarily have to keep around. Now, your children are different, right? It's like agape love. You can be upset with them just like you can be upset with a partner or a spouse. It's your choice. So, are you choosing every day to wake up and choose love? Choose to serve them, honor them, respect them, and be the best version of yourself for yourself, which will be in turn for them.
Right.
And they should be doing the same thing. Can't be one sided.
Right. I
That's
guess everybody has different versions of what love is, but that was just
Yeah, that's kind of
my version.
that's my version.
Yeah. Okay. So the illusion of intimacy.
Mm.
What if love isn't what we feel, but we perform to feel something like the story that I told you earlier? What it how do you know that love is real? How do you know?
Well, it's your reality. So every human being on earth lives in their own reality. Your reality is your perspective. My reality is my perspective.
Right.
That means we have two different realities and two
Okay.
different perspectives.
Yeah.
And so I think if you hit all those bullet points, you will know within your reality how it's supposed to feel, what it is, and it doesn't fit all. So to try to say, someone's not in love because of your perspective of it or your reality
But
is delusional.
I get it. But if say that you're with somebody for 3, 4 years and all of a sudden they just say they're no longer in love with you. How can that happen to someone? Like, how can you be in love with somebody for so long and then all of a sudden, one day, you're like, I'm not in love with you anymore? Like, you're not the person I wanna be with. Why does that happen
I mean,
if
it's
you're in love with
situational, right?
somebody?
It could be a series of things. Did you do something? Did you change?
Mhm.
And now they don't feel the same way because you're not making them feel
As
a certain way.
Uh-huh.
Like when they're around you, they feel just different. They don't feel the um, the way they did in the beginning.
Okay. Well, it's never gonna feel the same from the
No,
beginning.
no, and that's where you have to combine the choice to choose to wake up every day. But that's where it comes in. It's two to tango because you can wake up and choose, but if they don't choose to show you love in all the five love languages and meet you when
Mhm.
you're down and fill that space, then you can fall in love. Let's change that word. Lose attraction, lose the interest in wanting to pursue that the rest of your life. Because really it comes down to is you got to answer the question, am I, we're going to hit on this later, but one question of the five that you should ask yourself when you're with a
Okay.
partner.
Do
And the
it.
last question is, would your present child or future child, would you want them to date someone like your partner
Mhm.
in their present state when they're older or marry them
Uh-huh.
or be with them, right?
Mhm.
Would you want your child in the future to be with the present person that you're with? And if you don't answer that question yes, then they're not showing up. They're not
Right.
showing up.
Right.
And
I like that
it's
question.
you need to then make a decision. Then why am I pursuing and trying and continually like trying to pour into this?
So, another question that I have, and I've always wondered this, and I'm glad that we're on this topic. Um, is there a difference between being in love and just loving someone? Because I've heard this quote from multiple people. I love him, but I'm not in love with him.
Well, that I think you replace the word in love with in lust, which you should have both. You should have love
Right.
and lust.
I actually heard
People just say
where did I hear that from? It was a podcast that I was listening to. It was
big
Big
things,
Things.
big things.
And they were talking about how in a great relationship, y'all should listen to this. It's great. Um, that you should have both lust and love and never lose that lust. In my mind, when I think of lust, it was a bad thing. Like lust is something like you lust for something and it was a bad thing in
Which
my
means you want it.
right.
You desire
You
it.
desire it and desiring for some reason, I was just thinking that lust was a bad word. But listening to um was it a podcast?
Yep, big thing.
Okay, Big Think podcast. Um, I realized that lust is not a bad thing. You should have lust for your partner.
And
Always.
I think we as a society have demonized the word lust
Yes.
through religion. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Um, the seven deadly sins, one of
Yes.
them is lust.
Lust.
So replacing the word, in lust, in love, just makes it sound prettier, better. So I think we shoot ourselves in the foot with that phrase in
Right.
love versus in lust. I choose to love long term, but I still lust after that person.
Yeah, it's very
And it's,
important that
yeah.
we lust and love at the same time and never lose that lust for each
And
other.
the way you do that is you continue to date, you flirt, you show up,
Yeah,
you know? And
absolutely.
and there again, I'm going to harp on this, but it takes two because if you're the one showing up all the time, you show, and I've talked about the mirror, and I don't know where I got it from, but I think I coined it. The mirror effect, you
Yeah,
show what you want to receive. And
absolutely.
so if someone's showing up and doing sweet, nice things, saying kind words, they want to hear it back. And some people can get it in a pattern where they normalize it
Mhm.
and they're always receiving it from one side and they just don't think about giving it back. And not that you should do it because they're doing it. Like if someone buys you something, don't go out and just buy them something right back.
'Cause that
Just
means nothing.
make it, do it
That means
like
nothing.
at a different time. It doesn't have to be a tit for tat.
So for me, when I do something nice for someone, I don't ever want anything in return.
Yeah.
It is just the kindness of my heart, really. It really is. I don't want anything in return. I just do it because I want to do it and I care for the person and I don't ever want anything in return. There's no in the back of my mind, well, I did that for him. I expect him to do this for me. It's never come up in my mind to do that. It's always because I want and I actually want to do that
Yeah,
for that
and you should.
person.
That's where you
Right?
should be.
Right. Um, so let's move on. This might be a short show.
Well, we're at 32 minutes. I mean,
Talking about love.
it's
Let's talk about love, baby. No, that's not how it goes.
I want to be precise, and I think we're doing a great job on like really defining a lot of things.
So
So,
people another question. So again, about love. I'm very curious about people just saying the word love, even if they don't mean it for the moment of that feeling of oxytocin dropping, right? So you're saying, or facts are saying, that people actually in the moment feel like they're in love?
they could. I mean, it could be that they are doing it unconsciously to their feelings, and just their brain is telling them this is the feeling that you're having,
Mm.
right? Because the oxytocin is then hitting receptors in the brain. Dr. Joel's hat on. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But
Mhm.
I mean, I do understand the brain a little bit, that the oxytocin is rushing in, it's hitting some receptors, it's triggering an emotion, and that emotion is happiness, and we say
And then
happiness and
that's what
love.
people are saying, or that's what they're thinking it is in the moment because they feel happy.
Because of their childhood, potentially, right? Or their previous loves that they've had where they made them feel a certain way. It's just as, like we said, our brains pull up past memories and those feelings with that memory.
But
So they associate happiness with moments of joy, and happy and love is combined.
I have to hear from more than one person. I want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
Can
one.
can
This is
you
only my experience. We can, I mean,
I mean, have you done it?
set it.
Yeah, during sex.
I I think so.
Yeah.
When I was younger,
Hmm.
and I've said it when I didn't mean it. I was drunk, or in a situation where, tipsy, and we're in this kind of flow of things combined with a little bit of obligation, and it's like, whoa, I got caught up, and then had
Huh.
post nut clarity or whatever, and it is like, whoa, okay,
Uh,
let's rethink this.
and then how do you take it back?
You just like hit rewind. No, you you just have a conversation like, wow, that was over the line, or if
Uh,
they said it first, like, hey, that a lot was said. We just need to like reevaluate that. Let's just
I've never said it. It's just I think it's funny, and I don't know. I just never felt it to say it in the moment. Like I just
you're asking questions like you're supposed to understand how a man feels. You you'll never know how a man feels. And so
uh-huh.
you'll never know how someone can fall into that emotional trap of saying it, or saying something oh my God, I didn't really mean this, but I'm saying it, because you don't do that. And so put it in that perspective. It's like, I'll never know what a woman feels like. You'll never know what a man feels like, what it's like to be a man. So
I'd like to.
you're not, so you can't, I don't think you can answer the question.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess I will never know.
No,
I'll
because
never
it's
know.
not how you process things. It's not you, just like will never understand why people freaking cut their tongues, and have big hoops in their ears, or want to cut off an arm because they feel.
It's uniqueness.
Well,
Okay.
no, I mean, a lot of them are saying that they feel more themselves, right? I mean, this kind of ties in like the transgender concept too. So it's like they feel that way. So we'll never know how they feel. But do we think that it's a mental thing? Yeah, of course. It really is. I mean,
Okay.
if you think your arm is not your arm and you want to cut it off and have a surgically removed, then there's something not connecting between your arm and your brain. Like you don't feel like a piece of your body is yours, you
Well,
know?
it doesn't have to be something mental. It
But
be
it's all on extremes.
they want to be unique.
It's all on extremes too. Like I have a bunch of tattoos. So I've modified my body with tattoos. Some people think tattoos are stupid.
I want a tattoo.
Some people think tattoos are amazing.
I think tattoos are amazing,
Some people
sexy.
tattoo their faces. That's extreme. I
It's
won't
okay.
tattoo my
It's
face.
okay if they want to. It's being unique.
I understand. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, if for some reason that you tell them that you love them and you don't mean it, but the other person says, I love you and mean it, what happens?
Oh my God. Then you're
Somebody's going to get hurt, right?
well, yeah, you're
Why would,
stuck in a if you decide to walk away, then y- one party's going to be hurt pretty bad, and
Mhm.
they're going to have to deal with that to process it and go through the normal steps to get over a love that they felt.
Yeah, that's why to me it's so important that you actually feel it and to know it and to process it and to really know it before you say it so nobody gets hurt.
Well, they'll be asking those questions that you said. How can you say it and then now you're not like you
Right.
don't feel it now?
Yeah.
You know, because there's a difference, right? You've never felt it. You've never felt the love,
Mhm.
but you say it for X amount of years,
Right.
or you felt it but lost it,
Right.
and you don't want to
And
put
then
in the
I have
work to get it back.
we have some time. Like if you truly love someone, if you really truly love somebody, like they said they do, then why do they cheat or do they hurt you in some way?
You're asking the
Why?
$1,000,000 question to me.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna be able to answer it,
No one is going to be able to answer it.
but I am very, I have a curious mind. So I'm very
Yeah.
curious of why people do that when they're so much in love with the other person. Why do people do it?
E-
And
Ego.
there can be no answer. I've asked this question before. I'm like, why? Why did you do it? Like, what was the reason? And not a single person can give me an answer. It's like,
Ego.
it's that I don't know. I don't
Ego.
know why I did it. I was stupid.
Ego. I mean, but they're not going to because they don't understand themselves.
Right.
Right. And then let's say, or let's go an example of a relationship where woman marries man because of situation and doesn't truly love him. Never did. Thinks that because they do everything and they play the wife perfectly that their man should be happy.
Right.
Man is not truly happy. He's kind of seeking for it because he loves that person. He thinks he does. He's lusting and
Mhm.
saying the word love because they're making them feel a certain way. They then continue to ask, "Hey, is everything okay? Like I don't feel like we're connected or something." That person, the woman or man, either situation is you think you're making it like perfect for them and
Mhm.
showing them love, but maybe they don't feel it and then they go out and seek it. Now they don't know how to define that. But what it is they're getting attention externally in a way that's it's physical, right? It's maybe
Right.
that one thing that partnership is lacking is that wow, I do everything for them, but they're not showing that the eyes and
Right.
they're not doing the things in the intimacy level of the lust side of things to make that person feel like, whoa,
Right.
that they only want me. And then their ego gets involved. Like, fuck it. If I'm gonna be gaslighted or whatever they think, then they may go out and do the wrong thing instead of
Yeah.
continue to have the conversation and maybe ending the relationship preemptively or on the right time and say, look, I don't feel like you're in this. Let's just get it all out. Let's talk about the
Maybe
elephant
there's
in
a
the room.
commission,
There's
right?
communication. It goes back
Right.
to that. Yeah. That's just my view. That's,
Yeah, I get it.
and it may not be right, but it's at least,
It's the attention that they're not getting, maybe from the opposite
yeah. But
sex.
the perspective of one of the people in the relationship, they think they're putting all of the attention on them.
Mm,
But then there are certain situations where someone has too high as expectations. They want their person to be up their butt 24/7 and they can't. No one can be. And then that pushes a wedge between them and they get overwhelmed. So they start backing off slowly, but then not wanting to hurt someone's feeling. They kind of gaslight on the one of the three styles.
mm.
Just like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't, maybe the middle one. It's comforting. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I'm just in
Right,
my head right now.
right.
And then they kind of lean in and then they
And
go
what
back
all
to,
this ties to is communication.
yeah.
Just communicate with your partner, right? Okay. I think I got some of my answers, and maybe
Mhm.
our listeners can give me some answers too. What they feel like what love is to them. I'd like to know. I'd like
Mm.
to know what
I wonder
their
if I
view.
have any questions. I feel like I've answered a lot of
Oh, go ahead.
questions.
You give me some questions. Tell me.
Let's see.
You have any questions for me since you've been answering all my questions?
The unanswerable questions.
Yeah.
Um,
Anything for me?
yeah, like I guess going back to the one topic, is the timing, and I think we touched on it, but you know, you've made me question and tonight, like, when do you know you know?
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
When do you know you know?
Yeah.
I think, for me, now that I've done the healing journey and loving myself, I'm able to love someone else once you love yourself. Think you I just want everybody to know when you start loving yourself and you know that you love yourself, it's when you can start loving someone else.
Yeah.
I think that's really important. I actually heard that in a book. One of the podcast or a book oh my God, I've been listening to so many things I don't even know where I heard it from. I think when you just say it without knowing that you said it,
Right.
it doesn't have to be planned. Like, you don't plan it. You're not gonna be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to the restaurant." Somebody told me this too. Go to the restaurant, y'all get dressed really nicely, and then you just tell that person that you love them. And I'm like, "What? No, I don't want that to happen. I want it to be unplanned. It needs to be unplanned. It needs to be it just comes out of your mouth automatically out of nowhere. That's when you know. I think that's when you know. It's
Yeah,
when
it's
it comes out,
unconscious.
it's unconscious. You're like, you don't even, maybe you don't feel it at the moment, but it just comes out of your mouth because you've been thinking about it and thinking about it and you've been feeling it. And so subconsciously, you just say it
Yeah.
because you feel it and it's not planned. It's not like a special occasion. It's not like, it's not forced. You just say it because you just feel it so much in your heart that it just comes out automatically. I think that's when you say it.
That is very well said. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Unconscious. Don't plan it,
Yeah.
people.
Don't plan it. Don't be like, you know what? I'm going to tell him
Don't plan
tonight
it.
that I love him. Don't do that. It just comes out naturally. Let it come out naturally if you feel it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I think we'll end on that. Thank
Yep.
y'all so much for joining us today. And if you have any comments about this episode or ideas on what love means to you, and you don't feel comfortable commenting on one of the short clips or on the show, message us independently.
Yeah.
We'll,
I want to know what people consider what
yeah,
love is and if they say it during sex or
that's a good question.
if they say it even if they don't mean it because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings.
Yeah.
So
I
do you
think
just
that's a lot of
say
it.
it Or do you say it to your friends even though you don't mean it? Or do you say it to whoever even though you don't mean it because you don't want to hurt their feelings? Me, on the other hand, I can't say it to my friends or my partner if I don't mean it. I
Yeah.
have to truly want
Well,
to love
stay
them.
true to
Right.
that
Right.
because that's important.
Right.
All
Okay.
right. Well, follow us on all the social medias, Instagram, TikTok,
Bye
and
bye.
listen to the full episode wherever you get your podcast.
Yeah.
The video is on Spotify. Apple is just audio, and Amazon is audio as well. And so, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. We love you.
No, we care about our fans and we like our fans.
Until
But
next time,
there's no love. No love.
there's no love for the wicked. Till next time. So she told me to say it. So we both did. But I knew it wasn't emotional.
If I say I love you during sex, but don't really mean it, am I the bad person?
So what she said is I love you. But in reality, what she was saying is don't stop. Don't stop.
I really believed when he told me he loved me, and now I'm hurt because he really didn't mean it, because I really did love him.
Da, da, da.